Good morning, children. Today we are going to start with the writing section. And in writing section 2, we are going to start with letter writing specifically. And in letter writing, we are starting with letter to editor. And I suppose you are well versed with this type of letter because you have been doing this letter since your class 10. And in 11th also, you must have done this. So, letter to editor, we are going to start today. So children, let's have a look at the format of the letter to editor. So all the letters which we write nowadays, they are left side aligned. So is true with the letter to editor also. First of all, on the left corner of your sheet, you are supposed to write sender's address. Children, sender's address or receiver's address, you are supposed to write in 3 lines always. So, sender's address is the address which is given in statement to whom who is writing this letter. That person's address is called as sender's address. If it is not given in your statement, then you can write examination hall ABC city. After that, one line gap and you will write date, and after writing date, again one line gap and you will write receiver's address. And in this particular case, the receiver's address would be written like the editor. See, editor is a post and it is never written without definite article the. So do write the editor, and E of editor is always written in capital. Do remember. Then next immediate line you will write name of newspaper, and name of newspaper is also written with definite article the. So do remember to write the with whatever the newspaper name it may be, but you have to write the along with that. And the next immediate line you will write the address of newspaper, that is the city where it is published. Then again you will leave one line gap and you are supposed to write the subject of your letter writing, means about what you are going to write. So very precise subject you will write here. Then again one line gap and you will write salutation, that is sir. And then after leaving one line gap, you will start body of your letter. Children, ideal body of a letter should contain at least 3 paragraphs. The first paragraph is always introductory paragraph where you introduce your purpose of letter writing, and the second paragraph, it is detailed development of the subject. So whatever problem or whatever thing you have written in subject, that you are supposed to develop, means you are supposed to give the whole detail of that topic here in the second paragraph. And then there is a third paragraph which is called conclusion. So in conclusion, usually we show some hope and we give some suggestion also that how the problem or the things can be resolved. And after that, see children, you have to remember, see whenever you find the that in your statement you find that the word limit for your letter writing is 120 to 150. So do remember that this 120 to 150 words is this body of the letter only. See, rest of the means the starting part of the letter or the end of the letter, it is not counted in the this word limit. So word limit means the whole body of the letter should be 120 to 150 words. Do remember this. And after writing your conclusion of the letter, you are supposed to leave one line gap again, and then you will write the salutation, ending salutation, concluding salutation, that is yours faithfully. And here F of faithfully is supposed to be the small one. And the next immediate line you will write the name. If any name is given in your statement, you are supposed to use that name here. Nowhere else you are supposed to write the name. Name is meant for signature purpose only. So you will write here that name. And if any designation or post of that person is given, then underneath this name, you will write that designation or post. And if no post or no designation is given, then it is not needed. Then you can only write the name of that person. So it completes your format. Then, children, I want you to remember some of the guidelines while writing your letter. Some of the important points which you should keep in your mind while writing your letter. First and foremost important point is that the language, the tone, and the style of your letter writing should be formal, because letter to editor is a formal type of letter. So you can't write any casual or informal expressions here. Next, you need to take care that the subject statement which you give, it should be brief and it should be clear. See, it should not be a long sentence. The subject statement, while writing subject statement, children, they start writing whole letter in subject only. See, you need to be very careful while writing your subject statement, that it should means it should carry the key point about what you want to talk about in the whole letter. So you need not to tell everything in detail in subject, because for that purpose you have got the whole body of the letter. And while writing subject, do take care that first letter of every word you write in subject statement should be the capital one. First letter I am saying. See, suppose if you say that women exploitation, then W of women should be capital and exploitation E should be capital. So in the whole subject statement, first letter should be capital. Next is establish proper context for writing. It should not be that if you are writing your letter, the body of your letter, you keep on means in order to achieve your word limit, means you are writing anything. It should not be like that you are writing anything. Means whatever you are writing, it should be in context of what your subject is, and everything should be directly related to that. It should not be that out of the way you are quoting something which is not at all related with your subject statement. Then because it gives a wrong impression if you have not planned your letter and your writing body part of your letter is not in context with your subject, then people find that letter useless and no one reads such type of letter. So in order to make your letter impressive one, you should take care that whatever you are writing, its context should be clear, it should be proper one, just according to your subject. Everything should correlate with your subject, should explain to your subject only. Next is express your views objectively and logically. No illogical thing you should quote in your letter writing. See, it is called letter writing, but it does not mean that you are writing a means a whole long letter as you are writing to your friend or something. Means whatever is coming to your mind, you are writing in that order. Logically, every point you should first make a rough draft of what I want to say. So what I should quote first, and then how I should write. Means if I am developing my idea, how I should write those ideas in a logical order and in objective sense. Means it should not be that one thing time and again I am repeating, and rest of the logical things I have not talked in my letter. So objectivity is something we need to be careful about, and all the things which you are saying in your letter, they should fall logically one after the other. Yes, one most important thing which you need to take care, because many of the children, they do this mistake and then they lose their marks. See, you can't say editor to solve your problem, because many a time children while writing, what do? They, in the last of their line, what do? They tell the editor that do something to solve the problem. See, editor is no authority, he can't solve your problem. So it is not his business to do so. His business is only to publish his newspaper. Means at the most he can do that, he can include your letter into his that column, that editorial column. Rest of the things are on the authority, so he can't solve your problem. So please don't request him, don't tell him to solve your problem. So this is the biggest mistake children make. So be careful about all these points, children. As I have discussed all the important points which you need to take care while writing letter to editor, so let's have a look at one solved example of letter to editor so that you come to know how to use that format in practical sense. Here is the example. Let us read the statement. You are Yashika or Yash of Sector 35, Sushma Enclave, Chandigarh. You feel concerned about the growing craze for fast food among the youngsters. Write a letter to the editor of a newspaper about it. So, as I told you that you have to align the whole letter to the left of your page. So, first of all, you will write sender's address, which is given in your statement, that is 24, house number 24, sector 35, second line, Sushma Enclave, and third line, Chandigarh. So I told you that sender's address is to be written in three lines. So first line you will write house number, second line you will write some colony, and third line you will write the city or state. Then one line gap and you will write date. See children, I have not used anywhere any comma or any full stop, and you are not supposed to use it. So you will write, don't write that th, don't write 6th May. It is 6 May 2020. So please do write like this only. M of May means M, the first letter of the month will be capital. Otherwise you will write, first you will write date without any th, and then you will write month, and then the year, but there will not be any comma or full stop. Then one line gap after that, and you will write the editor, the Tribune, and the city, Chandigarh. Then one line gap, you will write subject, and as I told you that it should be a very precise one, so I have given very precise subject over here, that is craze for fast food. Then one line gap, and then you will write salutation. So then one line gap and the body of letter will start. And for letter to editor, we have got common, means a traditional beginning through which we always start letter to editor, and it is through the columns of your esteemed newspaper. I want to invite attention of the people towards, then you will write what you have written in your subject, that is towards the growing craze for fast food among young boys and girls in particular. This is your first para where you have discussed, means introduced your topic to the editor, that this is the topic I want to talk about. Then comes the second para, and for starting second para you can leave one line gap, and then you have to develop your topic. So here my topic is craze for fast food. See how I have developed my topic. The same way you have to develop. Like I started, fast food nowadays has become the most preferred choice of everyone. So I gave one line in general describing the topic. It is easily available and tasty. So I told that why it is preferred choice, because it is easily available and people find it tasty also. Young boys and girls have forgotten the taste of simple homemade dishes, and now I am telling, means I am coming to my subject slowly and slowly. Logically I am making my all statements fall one after other. First I told in general that people prefer it. Second I told that why they prefer, because it is easily available and tasty. Then I came to my topic, that is especially youngsters, they have forgotten the taste of simple homemade food and they go in for pizzas, burgers in preference to milk and fruits. So now I have just see how I have come to my topic, that is my subject, craze for fast food. Consequently, so now I'm telling that people, they have means their choices, they have gone wrong, and now I'm telling that what are the consequences of those wrong choices. So consequently, new generation is suffering from many lifestyle ailments. So now here I have to tell. So you must have seen what is my order of developing my thought. That first I generally introduced the problem, and then I developed that how it gained means preference among the people, and then I told that what are the consequences or effects of that bad habit. Next, fast food taken regularly and in excess leads to obesity, diabetes, hypertension, and joint pains. So these are further I have told that these type of effects means in detail people will face if they continue this bad habit of fast food consumption. Then comes the last paragraph, which is concluding paragraph, and this paragraph is meant for giving some suggestion and showing some hope. So what I have written, the need of hour is to avoid fast food and fizzy drinks. We should eat healthy food. See my language, I have used should. Should is used to give suggestions. So I have used we should eat healthy food. So should is giving a tone of suggestion to my language. And then green vegetables and fruits should be preferred. Again, one suggestion that how we can improve the situation. Then milk, lemonade, salad, fruit juice should be part of our daily menu. So these are the suggestions. Only then we can hope. Now is coming the hope of heading towards a healthy and progressive life. So here we conclude the letter with a suggestion and some hope. And then here the body of your letter is complete. Then one line gap and you will give closing salutations, that is yours faithfully, and you are supposed to write name of the person who is writing letter. If name is given in your statement, you will use that name, and if no name is given in your statement and you started your letter with examination ABC or something like that, and no name was given in your statement, then you are supposed to write here XYZ or something. But if some particular name is given in your statement, then you will put your signature with same name. And if some designation is also accompanied with that name, then you are supposed to write that designation also. I suppose I am clear to you, means now you know how to write a letter to editor. At least you know that what I expect from you people, that letter should be written like this, because mostly I have seen that children, they write letter haphazardly, and what should be written in first paragraph they write in last paragraph, and what should come in middle they write in just in the beginning. So now I have told you in detail that how things should fall logically in sequence, and I want this sequence only from your side also. Otherwise, definitely whenever I'm going to conduct your test, I will definitely deduct your marks, and in boards also you will lose. But if you follow this sequence, then it is a promise that you are going to get 6 on 6, because your letter stands for 6 marks in your boards. Alright, after this, I am giving you one practice exercise which you can write on your own, and I can discuss that what should be the points should be covered in this letter. I will discuss these points tomorrow, but I am giving it to you for today so that you can write, you can think that what points I should add, and then later on you can match with my letter, and then you can check that where you are lacking. And if you feel like that you are not able to judge, or you are not able to find that your letter is right or not, you can send it to me. I will check that and I will suggest you. So the practice exercise is: write a letter to the editor of a national daily conveying your feelings about the problem of corruption in the country. So this is the letter for you. You first take the reference of the letter I gave you, go through the whole PPT again, means check the guidelines, the format and everything, and then think about the subject of this letter, and then think about that what should I write in the introduction, what should I write in the second paragraph where I have to develop my thought, means what should be the problem, what are its effects, and then third paragraph that what should I give as suggestion, and what hope I should show. So those things, once you make a rough draft, then finalize it. I'm sure you are going to write a very good letter. All the best. Good day for today.